James, so cool to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking the time out.
I love what you wrote about this when it was announced. We've got a Boss Baby 2 on the way, excited to be on board for this one. What do you love about this franchise?
Well, this one hits me specifically because I have two children. Well, I have three kids, but two kids that were specifically obsessed with the original movie. It was my 8-year-old and my now 16-year-old. Of course, they were a few years younger when that movie came out. But there was a good couple of months where that was the only thing on my TV, that the original movie. So then to be asked to come and join Alec and Tom McGrath and everybody from the first movie to do the sequel, it was this unique experience of stepping into a movie as a fan. So it was great to come in and be a part of it and play adult Tim, and who's not really adult Tim. You know, he's kind of perpetually a kid still and stuck in his youth. And it's just a good group of people, and it's nice to like step into something that's already got an audience and been
Yeah.
proven to be something that people want to see. So I felt very lucky.
There's a line in the film that says you're only a kid once. When you grow up, you can't go back. What do you wish was still acceptable for us to do as adults that it is when you're a kid?
I sometimes I walk down, the street and pass a park when kids are just making these squealy noises and strange audible noises coming out of it, like just yelling and blah. I wish we could do that as adults. I think we'd save some money from therapy. If we just rolled around on the floor and flopped our arms everywhere and yelled as loud as we could and just made, strange sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something therapeutic in that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. But
You
then
know?
on the flip side, sometimes still like I'm an adult and sometimes still like, when it's midnight and I'm sneaking into a cupboard and having a chocolate or some ice cream, I'm like, I can do this. There's no parent around to tell me
Right.
what to
Yeah. Yeah.
do.
You got to remind yourself why
Yeah.
do I feel bad about this? No,
Yeah.
I've earned this. I can do this. That's funny,
Um,
isn't it?
yeah, we can't go back, but you have sort of gone back to Enchanted, Disenchanted, and you caused Disenchanted fever here in Ireland. What was
Oh,
that like?
I can't tell you how excited I was to come back to Ireland. I hadn't been in 20 years, and I had the greatest time when I was like the late 90s. I was there for a TV pilot and just had the best time there. And the people, I mean, it's changed quite a bit since then, of course, but it is one of the most, I mean, the people there that I come across at restaurants or, bars, or I'm sitting there drinking Guinness or on set and everyone working on the movie, were some of the most and maybe it's just the way I see it through my eyes. They just seem like the kindest, most genuine, sweet, happy people. Really, really genuinely happy, thrilled that we're there shooting this movie. And they just will bend over backwards to do anything to make you feel comfortable. And anyway, I just always am reminded that when I go to Ireland, it's just the kindest, most fun, happy people, and I loved it. I didn't get enough time off to go explore. I wanted to go to the West Coast and see some of that over there, but we were mainly just around Dublin, which is awesome as well. But I got down to Dalkey, I think, one weekend, which was beautiful. But it was great. I mean, I don't think anybody leaves Ireland saying, I don't want to have a place here. Like I kept thinking, how do I buy a house or some real estate here or something? My soul needs to be around this goodness a lot more.
Yeah, no, it is a fabulous place. Back to the film for a sec.
Yeah.
There's a line in there as well. Tim says to Ted, I always wanted to be successful like you. He defines success one way, Ted defines it another way. How do you define success?
Wait, who says it? I forget. Does Ted say it about
Tim.
me?
No, Tim
Oh, I
says
say
it
it
to
right. I
Ted.
just want to be
Yeah.
successful like you. Yeah, I think that's an interesting question, right? Like, because we're programmed, as adults now to think that success means making money or like being the CEO of a company. And there's success in life, and that can be a range of things. My view of success is happiness, um, is purity of whatever the spirit is who you really are, and being comfortable in your own skin and feeling good about your choices in life and understanding that you're fallible and you make mistakes and then you learn from it. And I think you're a success in life if you can do good and be kind and be a better person after you've made mistakes. Life isn't about the mistakes that we make. It's about the choices we make after them. So, not to sound too Hallmark card here, but
so true.
To me, success is like, it ain't about the money. It's not about, power and all those things and, being the tip top and the highest, CEO of a company or whatever. It's about success at being a human. Right. And for me, it's like success of being a parent. Right. I mean, Tim is dealing with that in this movie. He wants to be successful in his eyes. It's like, well, Ted was successful because he wears a suit and he makes a ton of money that he throws willy-nilly everywhere. But really what Ted needed to prove to Tim was that I wanted to be successful like you. Like, you're there with your children, watching them grow up, helping them grow up. He didn't have that. Ted didn't have that in his life. And so he was envious of that kind of success.
Well, I love that definition of success, and I wish you that type of continued success.
And I wish it to you. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Thanks, James. Lovely to chat to you.
Yeah, nice chatting with you. Have a good one.